back, everybody. We've been talking about the organization The Next Door and how they help women in crisis. And my guests are Johanna Desir along with Patience Ruffin. And before we went to the break, you know, we were talking about family members sometimes calling, and in the break you relayed to me you get calls from people all around the state of Tennessee.
Yes, ma'am. Sometimes outside of Tennessee.
And sometimes outside of Tennessee.
Yes.
We only have 2 The Next Door locations in Tennessee though, right?
Correct. We have our location in Nashville, which provides treatment services, inpatient and outpatient, and we also within that same site have our reentry program, which is a 6-month program for women who are coming out of incarceration. So we provide them, it's more of a reintegration program. So how do I go back to being a mom, a sister, a wife, a friend, you know, after addiction has impacted my life and I've been incarcerated for an extended amount of time.
Patience, do you find that most of those ladies that have been incarcerated was the result of having an addiction?
Yes, especially at our agency. A lot of that is some kind of substance use or drug-related crime, and that is what got them incarcerated. And I tell my clients a lot of times, when you're using substances, that's what's been running your life. You weren't running your life, but the drug was running your life. And so those incidents and circumstances they were in, they were usually under the influence. And so it was running their life. And so now they're trying to figure out when they come out of incarceration, how do I function as this mom, this sister, this friend without substances anymore? And so that's our job, to help them figure that out.
And you work with the families as well.
We do.
Because when you're addicted, it affects the entire family.
It does. I say this all the time. Our family members are going through their own addiction process and their own recovery process, minus the substance. And so what they're really trying to figure out is, okay, we've been focused in on this person while they were using their substances this whole time. And so when they go into treatment, what are my expectations when they come out, right? And then how do we function now, you know, that this person is coming back into our lives without using substances. So really trying to help them regain some kind of, I won't use the word normalcy because what is normalcy, but you know, what does it look like for them as a family to come back together and develop those relationships? And sometimes it's not easy. It's a real struggle.
It is a real struggle. You all could really have more people than you do. It must weigh on you at some point, Patience, when you get calls from people that you can't help. So you all are really passionate about why you do this, aren't you?
Yes, we are. To go back to the family, I oversee the admissions team, and I tell them engaging the family starts at the front door. They got to do their part, because once they get to, for example, detox, at about day 3, they all want to leave.
Yeah.
Because withdrawing is not easy. It's very hard, and the first thing they do is pick up the phone and call mom or dad or a friend. And so we engage them very early on to know that that is part of the disease of addiction. It is part of the process, and as Patience said, we have resources for them to, you know, help them from enabling their loved one, but also help them to gain some sense, like as you said, of normalcy while their loved one is in treatment. But it's sometimes, you know, we can't help everyone. We wish we could. And so that also is very difficult for us to have to say no. But what we hope to do, and we've been doing, is finding them something or someone, some place to go that they can find help. You know, that is one of my mission as one of the new chief, is if it's not with us, it's going to be with another agency that we trust, that we have a relationship with, that we're going to find your loved one help.
That's fantastic. So you work with them when they are out of incarceration or when they're going through the addiction, and then you help them afterwards.
Yes,
well, this is a phenomenal program, and I know folks, if they wanted to find out more information, they can go to your website, which has your phone number on there as well. Thank you so much for being here. Patience.
Thank you for having us.
And Johanna, it's been just a pleasure.
Yes,
thank you so much for having us.
I also want to thank my earlier guests for being here from Girls to the Moon, Courtney Stivender Knight Stivender and Courtney Steiner. And feel free to contact them at girlstothemoon.com if you have questions. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a great show. I've loved having all of you guys, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time on the Plus Side of Nashville.